Hi, happy day. Today, hi, happy day. Welcome back to my channel. Whew. If you are new here, my name is Miriam. I am an intuitive. I read numbers. I speak with angels. I speak to your guides. I'm an oracle. I do prophetic word. All the things, all the but I'm gonna say some stuff out of my face. Tears in my eyes, apparently. Ugh. I have the most allergies. Not of all the world, but of the current season right now in this moment in my house. Hold it. Hi, happy day. Um, Today I have have some stuff to do, and for some reason I'm not allowed to do it yet, right? Because I'm being bugged. And I say it in the kindest way possible. I'm being bugged in the politest way possible. These are angels. This is the word of God. These are things like I I don't mind it at all. I am heavily distracted from the things that I'm trying to do. 121 as I say this. So yesterday I made a video. It got, as I was messing around trying to fix something that had zoomed in on my face, it just stopped recording, and so I just let it be. And then later on, I got 121, and I was on the phone with my friend. I got 121 multiple times. 121, 121, 121. And so I recorded it. I was sitting on I was editing a video because I do content creation for marketing stuff. Like I do videos for people and editing. That's why I don't do a lot of editing on this, because I do it for my job. So I don't really want to do it for something that is giving me energy. Every once in a while I'll do a little something. But anyway, uh, so I look up and one of the audios is 1 minute and 21 seconds. Then I see $121. Then I see a 121 on a receipt, and then I'm on the phone with my best friend, and she says 121 for no reason, and I'm like, what did you say? She's like, yeah, it was just 1 minute and 21 seconds that we've been talking. Okay. It's almost 3 minutes in. 121 is about doing what you say you're gonna do. You said you were gonna do it. 1, 2, so do it. 1, because you said you were gonna do it. 4, because that's what it adds up to. It's gonna be some hard work and diligence, but it's gonna be worth it because it's so rewarding when you're done with it. When you're able to go do and say you did the thing. So I'm over here like, oh, let me make a little video about it. Let me tell everyone, because it must be about it's supposed to be for other people. I got stuff that I said I was gonna do and didn't do, and so I go and record that video, and it's like I say it's like 20 minutes or 12 minutes. It was a 2-1. Okay, it might be a 1-2, but as you know, it could be either. Sometimes I have 2-minute videos on here. Sometimes I have 30-minute videos. Who knows? And I hit stop, and then I go to upload. This is how I do it every time. Video completely gone. Completely gone. Just disappeared. Not in my trash folder. Just as if it never happened. And so I was like, oh, that is for me. That is for me. And look at my ego, because we all have egos. That's what we'll do. It's like, oh yeah, well, let me help guide people instead of doing the things that I had to do. What I had to do, I have some garage mess that needed to be taken care of, and so instead of re-recording the thing that I said, I went and did the thing that I said I was going to do because I said I was going to do it. Hey, you said you were going to do something, so you should do it. Since you said you were going to do it, right? Because it's also my 4-year Attitude wise, my 4 years, my personal year 4. So it is about being more diligent, being more hard work, being these things. So whenever you're 505, as I say this, so whenever you're seeing your numbers, this is a new path or an expansive way for you to do it, and it'll give you a lot of relief and a new path. That's what the fives are saying, and you're starting this journey. It's not like, and the thing is too, I've always had a relationship with numbers. I wasn't always like somebody who was helping people with their numbers. I was a kid who just like I really wasn't great at math. I was fine at math. My favorite subjects were science, biology, art, um, but those were the ones that I liked. I didn't really love history that much. I would do it. I would be okay enough to get through it, but I really didn't like it. Geometry was my least favorite. It was very difficult for me to really enjoy those subjects and most math subjects. Algebra was okay, but it was mostly just depending on the teacher or the people who were there. It was like I liked my math classes because of the teacher and the people who were in it, but I did not like math. Um, English was difficult for me. Whenever I say I'm dyslexic, I don't know. I've never been tested. I didn't get tested for that. I was a poor child, and we weren't really trying to. And also the way that dyslexia was described to me, it didn't make sense to how I was experiencing it. Um, and turns out I just hadn't heard all the ways that it. I had only heard some people describe it, and they had limited vocabulary as well because they were also kids kind of describing how because they were told that they had dyslexia. So these are signs that most likely you're being in this, you're more connected to this other language, is that numbers kind of pop up for you in whatever sequence, or sometimes it's a sequence, sometimes it's not a sequence, sometimes it's just like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7, 6, or it could be that, it could be how to, have you played Yahtzee? It's essentially that, and sometimes you get a Yahtzee of numbers. But this is really I have I have a I have allergies. So yes, it's midwinter. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. This is, now that I'm an adult, I do go and get tested and look at things, and found out that I'm allergic to a bunch of stuff. I'm allergic to everything except for horses and pine. So even in the winter, there's dust, there's molds, there's things. There's lots of fir trees, which are not pine trees. They just are like pine trees, and I'm allergic to them. Okay. Which also makes me typhoid Miriam because I tend to not know when I'm sick because I'm always dealing with the stuffy nose, um, and clearing my throat and all that. So it's always there. So it just, so get over it. Whoever's annoyed by my coughing, it's me. It's me. It's myself. I'm telling myself to get over it. Okay. So do what you say you're gonna do. You said you were gonna do it. You said you were gonna do it, so do it. Be a partner to your past self, because like literally every time you're like, okay, I'm gonna set a date. Like you say, tomorrow I'm gonna do this, or in an hour I'm gonna do this, and then that hour comes and that the tomorrow comes and then you just don't do it. How would you feel if like people in your life did that to you? I mean, I know people in your life have done that to you. And so what is happening is you're perpetuating a cycle of abuse within yourself. Man, can you give me a warning? I'm trying not to be like, but you, okay, whatever. I'm just being agreeable. I'm just going to agree with you. Don't be mad at me. I mean, you can be mad at whoever you want to be. You're perpetuating a cycle of abuse in yourself by continuing to let yourself down, just like the other people in your life let yourself down. So, like, whenever you were a kid and somebody said, "Yeah, I'm going to show up to your baseball game," and then they don't, you're doing that same thing to yourself again and again and again, abusing your inner child by lying to yourself. So, if you aren't 100% if you're going to do it or not, then tell that to yourself and set expectations properly. Because right now you're setting expectations in a way that are disappointing yourself. If you have expectations in general, you're most likely going to have disappointment. So expectations is a lot. So by setting expectations to not have expectations is good too. Because at this point, you're just that little kid sitting there waiting for, looking out into the stands, not seeing anybody in the stands. Every single time you're like, oh, and I'm going to do this. Oh, and I'm going to do this. Oh, and I'm going to do that. And then you don't do it for yourself. Like, it's, it's a good year to do it for this because it's like it's a 9 year for the world. And so you're gonna be shown like, hey, these are things that weren't serving your personality. And it's not even gonna be like, bam, now you have to experience it. It's just like almost like you're gonna be looking at the past years and be like, you know what, actually, and you're gonna be looking at your relationships and being like, I notice people treat me like this because of that. And then you're gonna be looking at yourself in the mirror. You're gonna be like, you know what? I notice I am whatever. I am kind of a bully to myself. You know what? I notice that I this to that. I do. You know what? What I'm noticing is, so what's that about? And then you're just gonna be like, I don't need that anymore. Thank you. It's gonna be weird. Like it's like so if you've been gripping something for so long and then you let it go, your hand is still gonna be hurting from the pulsation of like the blood getting back to where it is. Like your joints might be a little tight to let go. There used to be a game we'd play as a kid and we'd like go like this and hold like that. And then all right, okay, now let go like this, but don't fully let go. And then now slowly open up. And it's like, ah, like we're just slowly trying to open our hands. And that's what it feels like. I mean, it's really difficult to grab something new when your hand is full with something. And so, especially whenever it's something that isn't serving you. Like you have a whole bag of trash that you could just go put in like a bigger trash, or you have maybe it's not even trash, maybe it's important stuff, maybe it's good stuff. It's just you don't need it right now. You don't need to carry your entire house on your back. You don't need to do all like you, especially if you have a house. So you could store things in the house, in areas of the house, and when you need that thing, you could go get that thing. But you don't need to be walking around holding all your stuff all the time. And some of the stuff is trash. I'm just saying, it's still trash. Way less trash than there used to be, though. I have to say that. That's what it feels like. It feels like someone who's getting their stuff together, like getting their house together, like spring cleaning, very much, which makes sense. It's getting to that point. We're about to be 13 as I say this. We're about to be doing this. Like it's about not even about to. It's like it's just that energy. Like okay, let's do it. We're spring cleaning spiritual stuff, mental stuff, whatever things that we can do. Consider like for a cold season, work stuff that isn't serving you, especially now that we're in Capricorn season, and then eventually community stuff and how you can serve the community and all this other stuff. I'm running out of breath. Oh, hold on. That only happens every once in a while. That used to happen all the time whenever I first started doing readings in person with people. I would just be talking and talking and talking and talking and talking because people get very quiet. And so for a long time, I was like, just like, okay, I'll just talk. And if they have a question, they'll say something. But a lot of times, like, people who are quiet are usually like stunned silence type of thing. I didn't realize that. Um, I thought I was like, okay, and I would just say my stuff and I would finish. I would just sit there and like, I guess it just didn't resonate, and that's okay because that's just how it works. Some people just do not believe this stuff, and that's okay. I am not trying to push any agenda. Like this helps me live through my life and I've been through a lot of stuff, and so this helps me. This is my belief system. This is my faith. This is how I get to speak with angels. This is how I'm closer to God, and And some people, may feel that way. Um, or at least that's what I thought. And so far, it has been accepted again and again and again and again and again and again. And I haven't been rejected by people. And they're most of the time they're quiet because they are in fact stunned in silence. And so I feel like this is something that you experience pretty regularly. Whenever you actually give yourself the chance to do that job, the job that you've been hired for. Like, even if it's not like specifically, oh, I've sat down with you, I've had this conversation with you, and now I know everything about you, and or whatever, and here's all this stuff. Maybe that's what it feels like to people. They're like, how do you know me so well? How do you click in? But you only know people so well because you know yourself so well. That's like kind of the thing. I think that's the saying. It's like you can only understand someone else as much as you understand yourself. And so you've done a lot of work to understand yourself. You've done a lot of work to be able to be okay. 8:08, my computer comes on and takes a little while. It goes from 8:07 to 8:08. Like literally, boop, found the minute changed from 8:07 to 8:08. See the impact that you have been putting on people. And give yourself credit. Like, I'm over here banging on the desk. I think your guides are tired of you being humble. And since you are still being humble, it is hindering the growth past that ego. Because like it's almost like it's an interesting thing. It's a duality and oneness all at the same time because it is oneness. But being able to let go of the idea that it matters as to whether or not you're humble in people and as whether or not you appear to be humble. Sometimes your words are going to be humbling to people. Sometimes your words are not going to sound very humble at all. But it is through your energy and how you actually move and how you actually like you have nothing to prove. And why are you being humble? Ooh. Confirmation birth, that was a big one. Why the hell are you being humble? Because hold up. Ooh, and I just excuse me. I am a mess right now. Do you know what you have been through? Do you understand the amount of training that you have been through? Why are you being humble about facts? You're essentially lying to people. You know that, right? You're a liar. You're a lying liar. You're a liar. Sorry, that's not. That's something separate. You're a lying liar, and you're gonna lie, and be like, no, I'm useless, and I have no utilizations, and I know nothing. Liar! You coming up here and you gonna lie to my face? You think the angels don't see you lying to everybody? So you're just gonna lie. Okay, I'll remember that. So next time you're I could, oh, what? How could I, lying. And you're lying to yourself too. But you can't. You're not doing a good job. It's just like, okay, sure. Wasting your words and energy. Why are you wasting your time? Why are you wasting their time? Because that's what you're doing. You're stealing their time and energy by lying to them and saying, oh, I can't do shit. Pardon my potty mouth. Disgusting. You better go out there and quit lying to people. Be transparent about the fact that you got it like that. Okay? Be transparent about your gifts and see what comes to you. And it's really that. You will not have to chase anything. Okay, that's it. That's all of it, I guess. So, yeah. I got stuff to do. We'll see how my life is, and much love, y'all. I'm gonna probably schedule a doctor's appointment or something, cause it's time. Um, so much love. In the meantime, lovies, y'all keep a lookout for the numbers and stay synchronized.